Get ready for high-octane action, because we are diving straight into the drama from the Catalan Grand Prix. We start with Fabio Quartararo describing the intense moments of the race, sharing how he felt after witnessing the terrifying crash scene involving Alex Marquez. We break down the collision between the Gresini Ducati rider and Pedro Acosta, the electrical issue, and the resulting crash that left Marquez with serious injuries. You will hear firsthand the tension and the sheer adrenaline of that moment on the track. Act as if nothing happened after two serious incidents involving Alex Marquez and Johann Zarco. Hear Acosta's perspective on prioritizing rider health over the race show, and why he believes a third restart was unnecessary. Finally, we tackle the bigger picture with Pedro Acosta questioning the viability of a rider association in MotoGP. Acosta argues that the grid is too egocentric, and that riders need a collective body to look out for their best interests. We explore his views on why a safety commission isn't enough and what responsibility riders have in big situations. Don't miss the full breakdown of this massive controversy. Stay tuned right here. Fabio Quartararo described the restart of the MotoGP Catalan Grand Prix as a difficult experience, particularly after witnessing the crash of Alex Marquez. The incident occurred on lap 12, when Marquez suffered a severe collision with KTM's Pedro Acosta on the back straight between turns 9 and 10. Acosta's bike experienced a power loss due to an electrical issue, leaving Marquez unable to avoid him, resulting in a sickening crash. Marquez sustained multiple fractures, but is scheduled to leave the hospital on Monday afternoon following successful surgery. The race was subsequently restarted, but a further stoppage occurred due to an incident involving Johann Zarco, necessitating a second restart. Quartararo expressed his emotional reaction to the restart, stating, "Not easy to restart after crossing the bridge at turn 10, looking at Alex on the floor. I had goosebumps. Then the second restart, the most dangerous thing is the start, and I don't like it." He concluded by wishing a speedy recovery to the injured riders, acknowledging it was not an easy day. Prior to the first stoppage, the 2021 world champion had struggled, running in 14th position under the red flag. The initial restart provided an opportunity for Quartararo to make gains, eventually promoting him to 5th place at the checkered flag due to penalties. However, despite better grip during the third restart, Quartararo admitted that the Yamaha team failed to find a significant improvement with their bike. He noted, "We didn't find any way to make a step forward. Then our turning, the top speed, so we are really far away and we have no idea how to improve, so I'm a bit tired." Alex Marquez has undergone successful surgery for a fractured right collarbone following a serious accident during the Catalan Grand Prix. The incident occurred when Marquez was following race leader Pedro Acosta on the back straight between turns 9 and 10. A sudden issue with Acosta's KTM caused him to slow down, leaving Marquez with no escape. Marquez subsequently collided with the rear of Acosta, leading to a loss of control on his bike and a high-speed fall. Emergency services transported Marquez to the circuit before he was taken to Hospital General de Catalunya for treatment. Medical reports confirmed that Marquez sustained a fracture to his right clavicle, which was stabilized with the insertion of a plate by Ana Carreras, David Benito, and Paula Barragan. He is expected to leave the hospital later that afternoon. The accident resulted in significant debris, with the Gresini Ducati bike being destroyed in multiple cartwheels, sending parts flying across the circuit. Fabio Di Giannantonio, the eventual race winner, was struck by a wheel while he attempted to evade the debris. It was later confirmed that Marquez also suffered a marginal fracture to the C7 vertebra, located at the base of the neck. Prior to the incident, Marquez had been in a strong position to overtake Acosta and had demonstrated the pace to pull away at the front, having previously edged Acosta to the line to secure a sprint race victory. Marquez shared on social media that while he faced surgery, he felt he was in the right hands and expressed gratitude for support. The race was subsequently restarted, but was immediately red flagged again due to a separate, dangerous collision involving Johann Zarco, Pecco Bagnaia, and Luca Marini at Turn 1. Zarco was entangled in the rear of Bagnaia's bike as it was cartwheeling through the gravel trap. LCR Honda reported that Zarco sustained injuries to his anterior and posterior cruciate ligaments, the medial meniscus, and a small fibula tear in his ankle. Zarco is scheduled to travel back to France today for observation and specialist consultation regarding his recovery. KTM star Pedro Acosta strongly criticized the race direction's decision to restart the Catalan Grand Prix for a third time following two serious incidents involving Alex Marquez and Johann Zarco. Acosta voiced his concern, stating, "It's awful we acted as if nothing happened." The race saw multiple high-impact crashes. Acosta lost the lead on lap 12 after experiencing a sudden loss of power between turn 9 and 10, which caused him to lose control and crash. Gresini rival Alex Marquez, who was closely behind, was struck by the incident and required hospitalization, though he was reported to be conscious. A subsequent incident at the restart involved Johann Zarco becoming entangled with Francesco Bagnaia's Ducati in a three-way collision at Turn 1, leading to Zarco also being hospitalized for scans on his left leg. Acosta questioned the necessity of restarting the race after two incidents in quick succession, emphasizing rider welfare over the competition. "If two nasty things have already happened in the same race, I don't think there's much point in going out again. I think people's health comes before the show," he told Spanish broadcaster DAZN. Acosta detailed his crash, explaining it as an electronic fault where the bike suddenly cut out, causing a complete loss of throttle response that sent him forward. Other incidents included race winner Fabio Di Giannantonio falling at Turn 10 after being struck by an errant wheel, and a final corner incident where Trackhouse rider Ai Agura hit Di Giannantonio, resulting in a 3-second time penalty for the Japanese rider. Acosta acknowledged Agura's apology, describing it as a normal part of racing. Pedro Acosta has voiced strong skepticism regarding the viability of a formal riders' association in MotoGP, arguing that the current grid is too egocentric. This sentiment follows recent safety concerns highlighted by a crash-filled Catalan Grand Prix involving Alex Marquez and Johann Zarco. Acosta contends that while manufacturers and teams have representation, there is a lack of a collective body prioritizing riders' best interests. Discussions around rider welfare are currently limited to weekly safety commission meetings, which have drawn criticism for low attendance, with only 3 riders present at a recent event. In response to questions about establishing an organization akin to Formula One's Grand Prix Drivers Association, Acosta stated he was unsure of the model, emphasizing that, as the performers of the sport, riders must look beyond their own spotlight to address systemic issues. Acosta stressed the need for unity, using the pursuit of a world championship as an example. He argued that riders must stand together, even when individual opportunities arise, to maintain a unified front against potential risks. He concluded that riders are inherently egocentric, constantly seeking personal advantages. Regarding the specific incident in Barcelona, Acosta maintained his view that holding a third race was unnecessary given the severity of prior incidents, suggesting points should have been allocated differently. He dismissed suggestions from some riders, such as moving the grid forward to mitigate cornering issues, as inadequate solutions, attributing past incidents to bad luck rather than inherent circuit danger. He noted that safety conditions vary significantly across different circuits, citing examples where infrastructure limitations restrict safety measures.